Okay, now this one is about the actual project that you're going to be turning in, which is different. The first one was just to teach you how to use Desmos. Now you're going to actually try to put together a project. So let me show you what the instructions look like. Here is the project itself, the PDF graphing project. And there's a lot of reading to do here, but essentially what I want you to know about this is that you're creating a design. Now, this is an example of a design. I'm going to show you several others of it. And let me start you off here. So this is a jack-o'-lantern that a kid made. This is a car going over a bridge. This is called Carmel Valley sameness. So every house in Carmel Valley looks the same. Let me show you a not so good example. A random bunch of lines. This person didn't get full credit because it doesn't look like anything. Let me show you another one that's pretty good. How about, well, here's a human walking a cat, right? How about a boat lost at sea? And you can see that it has more than just lines on it. And it's pretty cool that these things can move, too. Let me show you a pretty awesome three-dimensional house here that a kid made. And let me show you another one. A kid made a bridge. I'm just zooming in here. It's pretty incredible. So these are examples of really good ones, and then some pretty good ones, and then some pretty not so good ones. So essentially, you're going to design a picture. Let me tell you what your instructions are going to be. You need to do at least 20 equations. Now, 20 equations means 20 lines. There are specific things you have to do. You have to do 4 horizontal lines at least, 4 vertical lines at least, 2 lines that are parallel in slope-intercept form that are not horizontal or vertical, 2 perpendicular lines, and we'll talk about that in 2 class sessions. At least 6 lines have to be in slope-intercept form, and then extra stuff. There has to be at least 2 extra things, okay? And it says you could be curves and circles, and Desmos can show you. You can actually Google how to do that in Desmos and figure it out. There must be 20 different equations. 10 of the lines must include restricted values, and that was the thing that makes one line start and stop at a certain point. Okay, and it says feel free to go creative. As you just saw, some kids did a really nice job last year. And there's going to be a Google form to submit it on the Math Bee calendar. It's worth 44 points, and as you can see, there is no late work. So please read through this instruction set very carefully. Of course, it's got to be your own work, and you're just basically acknowledging that if you copy and paste something, you are giving yourself a 0 on this assignment. The next page is just the rubric on how you're going to earn your full 44 points. Basically, it adds up to 22, and then we double that. So have a look at how to do this, and there will be another video about creating folders, so look for that on my website too. Okay, so back to the, here's my attempt at a graph. So what I did is I took a photograph of something I wanted to draw, and then I tried to copy it in Desmos. So you can see it doesn't have to be perfect work, but you know, you understand what it is. Here's a controlled tire on an airplane, and there's my example of it. So this is what you're going to be working on for the rest of this period, unless you want to work on your homework. Now, we're only going to reserve the computers today and one more day during next week. So you'll have time to work on this a little bit in class today and next week. But other than that, this is really a home project that you're doing on your own. So have a look at the first example video on how to work Desmos. I can help you guys individually during homework hour, and I will have one day where I'm going to make an appointment for you guys to come in and work on Desmos for extra help. So start thinking of what design you want to draw, and I think it's a good idea to put a picture in your Desmos, or at least have one in mind, and then try to copy something if you can't come up with an idea. Don't make it too complicated, but it has to look like something. So once again, go back to the calendar, open up this set of instructions here, read through this before you begin anything. And again, Desmos on their homepage has a lot of different ideas on how to draw certain things, but you've got to include this exact set of instructions. 20 equations, very specific lines in order to get full credit. So it can be a wonderful, wonderful design, but if you don't do this, you're not going to get your full credit. So work on this. Good luck. Be creative. I really look forward to seeing what you have put out there.